Okay, so now we did all the way up to number 6 in class, and I know my 6 is blank because this is the copy y'all did where y'all were doing it. So you should have 6 finished. So now we're going to work 7, 8, and 9. Okay, 7 has a very confusing trick to it, so make sure you're listening to this. In 7, it says the population of white sea otters is declining at a rate of 2.5% each year. If the current population is 1.9 million, how many white sea otters were there 5 years, and here's your keyword, ago? They tell me I am declining, but since they're asking me to find 5 years ago, you're going back into the past. So if it's declining, if we're going back, we're actually going to be increasing. So this is going to turn into a growth problem. So 1.9 is my initial for right now. And to come up with my growth factor, I have to convert 2.5 to 0.025, and I need to add that to 1 because I have to change this to a growth, which will give me 1.025. And then I'm finding 5 years ago. So I'm actually going to be growing, which is really confusing because it says declining. So when you type this in, you're going to do 1.9, open your parentheses, 1.025, close your parentheses to the 5th. And that's going to give you 2 and I'm going to keep 1 decimal like they did. So the 4 does nothing to the 1. It's going to give me 2.1 million. For number 8, suppose you have 30 bacteria in a petri dish. You know that the culture doubles. Ooh, big word right there. That's important. Doubles every hour. Which equation represents how many bacteria you have 5 hours ago? Okay, so again, this is going to be working backwards. 30,000 is not my initial amount. That's what I have now, not what I started with. So you want to make sure that you're not putting 30,000 in a spot because this is the now, not initial. Okay, doubles tells you have a factor of 2. So I'm actually going to go ahead and in here, and I'm going to eliminate B and D because those tell me I have a growth factor of 5. Okay, I want to find 5 hours ago. So now I'm in between these two equations. And it said hint work backwards, and here's why. This is not your A. This is currently. So this is the answer to the problem since I'm trying to find ago. That means you're going to put 30,000 in the answer spot, not an A spot. So since 30,000 is an A spot on A, you cross that off. And now you put 30,000 in the answer spot, and we need to find the initial amount. They're wanting me to find what I started with at the beginning. So the initial amount is unknown. Okay, for 9, the Smiths bought a house for $96,000. The annual rate of appreciation, ooh, big important word right there, appreciation is 1.8%. Which equation represents the value of their house after 10 years? So there's my 3 important things with my word. Okay, so I'm just plugging in the formula. This is my initial amount, so I'm going to put an A by it. This is my time, so I'm going to put a T by it, or you can put X, whichever one you want. Okay, so right now the only answer choice I can cross off is C. Now I'm going to look at my rate. Since it's going up, it needs to be greater than 1, so I'm going to get rid of B. And I'm going to change 1.8 to a decimal, which is 0.018. And since this is growth, we need to add that to 1. So this gives me 1.018. So my growth factor will be A. And there's your formula. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know. Y'all are going to have another video to watch. So if you have questions on this, just ask.